and then we'll prepare for Maharaj's talk. Did you want to say anything about Ramakrishna?
Yeah, we'll sing together.
Yeah, that's what I'm for sure. But if you wanted to say something about the song or anything, so people who are new. Okay. So Ramakrishna Sharanam, what page is this on this little book? Did everybody have a booklet? Did you guys get a booklet?
Yeah, I remember.
No. I'm talking about the people that are new behind you. You know, or Jay, you can teach this. I'm talking the gentleman that just came in. Okay. Jaya Jaya Ram Krishna. Ram Krishna, Jaya Jaya Ram Krishna. Ram Krishna, Jaya Jaya Ram. Ram Krishna, Jaya Jaya Ram Krishna. Ram Krishna Saranam, Ram Krishna Saranam, Ram Krishna Saranam, Saranye Prabhu. Ram Krishna Saranam, Ram Krishna Saranam, Ram Krishna Saranam, Saranye. Kripahi Kevalam, Kripahi Kevalam, Kripahi Kevalam, Saranye. Kripahi Kevalam, Kripahi Kevalam, Kripahi Kevalam, Saranye. Prabhu Krishna Saranam, Ram Krishna Saranam, Ram Krishna Saranam, Saranye. Prabhu Ram Krishna Saranam, Ram Krishna Saranam, Ram Krishna Saranam, Saranye. Dana Gaito Ham, Dana Gaito Ham, Dana Gaito Ham, Sharana Gaito Ham, Sharana Gaito Ham, Sharana Gaito Ham, Jai Jai Ram Krishna Saranam, Ram Krishna Saranam, Ram Krishna Saranam, Saranye Prabhu Ram Krishna Saranam, Ram Krishna Saranam, Ram Krishna Saranam, Saranye. Namo Shri Gurave, Namo Shri Gurave, Namo Shri Gurave, Namo Namo. Namo Shri Gurave, Namo Shri Gurave, Namo Shri Gurave, Namo Namo. Jai Jai Ram Krishna Saranam, Ram Krishna Saranam, Ram Krishna Saranam, Saranye. Prabhu Ram Krishna Saranam, Ram Krishna Saranam, Ram Krishna Saranam, Saranye. Ram Krishna, Jaya Jaya Ram Krishna. Ram Krishna, Jaya Jaya Ram Krishna. Ram Krishna, Jaya Jaya Ram Krishna. Ram Krishna, Jaya Jaya Ram. Krishna Sharanam, Ram Krishna Sharanam, Just get this set up. So, we of course need no introduction, but for those new people, we have Swami Satyamayanandaji visiting us from the center in West Washington State, and we're so happy to have him here for 2 days. And he's going to give us a talk on the intelligent universe. Maharaj, thank you so much.
That's an intelligent way. Uh, yeah, sure. Namo Bhagavate Ramakrishna. Thank you, Jeff, for inviting me here. And thank you all for being here. It's my second time to Las Vegas. And as usual, I'm delighted to be with old friends. The topic for discussion today is the intelligent universe. In a room upstairs, the table, there's a book. The Self-Aware Universe. It's a book by a very well-known physicist called Amit Goswami. He's in the University of Oregon. And of course, there has been a string of books on the confluence between modern science or modern physics and Vedanta. And there has been an exploration of this concept of awareness. It's obvious awareness is an aspect of life. All life is aware. In fact, this is one of the very dominant qualities of life, that it is aware. And life, that's not our lives. What about me? It's not just about me. All life, I said. Wherever there's life, there will be an awareness. There are degrees of awareness, of course. Like we may be aware of our surroundings here and our presence and everything, but it depends on the degree, how much you're engaged in. You might be thinking of what's cooking up out there, it's so hot out there. So, awareness. But the basic ingredient is wherever there's life, has to be awareness. So in this book, the author explores why he calls it the self-aware universe. Now, when he says universe, it's not meant the small street that where he lives and all. It is the entire universe. Because you see, he's a physicist. And I'll give you you can say, the burden of the book, minus the physicist and the mathematician, which is there present, and you have to wade through a lot of physics and a lot of mathematics to get into what he really means to say. We'll come down to that. I also chose the topic because there's something called, there is a growing, you can say, either a threat or a growing benefit of AI, artificial intelligence. The biological evolution took billions of years, and AI is predicted to outstrip biological evolution. It is self-replicating, self-correcting, It is creating its own algorithms. It can replicate itself, its findings. It won't need data inside. It's not going to depend on what we feed in. What we feed in is what it will cough out. It won't depend on that in the future. It will generate its own, we can say, knowledge. Now, this has also, in a way, made people kind of curious whether they're going to take over the world. And there are so many conspiracy theories that human life itself will become kind of an appendage to these systems. We'll become redundant. Humans will become redundant. So, given these two backgrounds, I have taken this topic. We have also, to go back to the Upanishads, there is a sage called Narada. He's a very popular sage. All the troublemakers are called Naradas. Oh yeah. The guy, he spies, he squeals, he does everything. But ultimately it's found to kind of come out all right. So he goes to another sage called Sanat Kumar. And he goes as a student. And then the teacher needs to know what this guy, what is his level of intellectual development or whatever. What have you studied? What have you learned? What do you know? Because always human knowledge or any knowledge is building upon previous knowledge. They always say, we stand on the shoulders of giants. Always. There is no knowledge that comes from the skies and say, only I have it, you don't have it. That's no knowledge. It is a continuous stream. So he goes and says, what do you know? So Narada says, he gives him a list of things he knows. Metallurgy, archery, chemistry, the arts, the sciences, the 64 types of knowledge. It's called 64 types of vidya. He knew 64 types of arts and sciences. He says, I know the words, but I don't know the meaning of all these things. He's saying Shabdavid. And then he's saying, I have heard that knowledge liberates. And that's you can say, one of the definitions, aphoristic definitions of knowledge is, that is knowledge which liberates. Ya vidya sa vimuktaye. That is knowledge which liberates. We're saying, but I am suffering terribly. Will you teach me? Sometimes knowledge becomes your great enemy. Yeah. People who know too much. No, apart from egotistic, I'm not just talking. Just knowledge. And that's why, in especially in the Judaic traditions, they speak about the evils of intelligence. And so you've got to be careful. It has to be harnessed. You just cannot let go, give it a free rein. So all diabolic, it becomes diabolical. So, you get all these big scams and all. And the intelligent people also. So, and then he tells that says something about Tarati Shokam Atmavit. I have heard that the knower of the self overcomes all troubles. And then the sage starts teaching him step by step by step till he comes down to the very last. So one of the things he starts on is, what is reality? Reality, you say, is something called name. Now, name in the sense, you know what name is? Name is meaning. Everything has meaning. It's like, you know, a chair, a harmonium, a table, a computer, everything, whatever you say, whatever you see, has a meaning. That is the implication of the word name. So this is saying there's name. Wherever you see, whatever you do has meaning. Meditate on meaning. So he meditated on meaning. Yes, I understand this. So what happens is you can see all these things. The universe now becomes meaningful to you. Things which had no meaning to you now become meaningful. It may not have meaning to you now. You might need it later, or it may be meaningless to me, but it has meaning for someone else. To know each and everything has a meaning. Is this we got to meditate on? So he meditated and said, is there anything higher than meaning? Yeah. The speech that utters those words. You know, there is something called sound and meaning. These two are always joined. It's called in Sanskrit, it's called Shabda and Artha. Whatever you articulate, your meaning has to be articulated. It might be through speech, and that when you articulate it, the meaning flashes in your mind. So higher than meaning is speech, the word. So very good. Now he's getting better and better. But then both these things are in the mind. What is higher than speech? Mind. All right. So this meaning and the speech has got its bearings in the mind. And the mind has various functions. One of them is it stores memories. Everything that you have done, everything that you have thought of, everything that you have seen and eaten and slept and everything, the whole thing has been recorded. I said, we don't build anew, we build on the old. Everything is there. You may have forgotten it, but there's one layer of the mind which is called chitta, which knows. So higher than the mind is another layer of the mind which is called chitta or memory. Because without memory, how do you recognize it? This is so your present cognition has to refer itself to past experiences. Always. That's the reason why it is also called recognition, recognition. So here I am. So, that is open. Now, he's leading Narada higher and higher things. So, okay, this is recognition. Then he's saying, what is higher than this recognition? It is meditation. Why? Because meditation makes things deeper. To meditate is to become profound. When you take this water bottle, just take for example, it has a name, it has meaning, it gives you it is part of the mind, you remember. But this knowledge has to become profound. And that profundity is called meditation. So it's meditation. It's higher than meditation. Oh. So getting closer and closer. Then what's higher than meditation? It's intelligence. That is the subject of this talk. Intelligence. What do we see around? Oh, we see people, we see things, we see systems. What do you see? It's all intelligence. Even down to the smallest cell in your body, there's a tremendous display of intelligence. When we talk about intelligence, one of the things we must know, we try to take that human agency out. We think only we are intelligent. There's no. Try, go tell that to that ant, it will shame you. It can lift 7, 8, 10 times its own body weight. It has more strength than you. There are some flies which can kick and get jumped so high and fast, it will shame anything. At that level, it is intelligent. Everything, if the cell is intelligent, so we find there's a display of intelligence. We go about wearing beautiful clothes and this and that. But the moment you open your mouth, people know how much, what is there inside. Your personality is made by all these things. Meaning, speech, mind, memory, cognition, all these things. Profundity and meditation and intelligence. That is what we are supposed to culture. But we keep on polishing outside. Wherever you see, there is a modification. Like Las Vegas. Like take for instance 1,000 years ago. What was Las Vegas? Can you see?
Desert.
Yeah. But desert is outside. Here inside, Jeff was saying, thank you for coming here. It's such a hot weather also. But we have transformed certain things to make it livable. There were no roads, we built roads, houses, this, that, and entertainment. It's all known all over the world. Can you beat it? Everybody, the world knows it's a center of what you know. But they don't realize there are thousands and millions of people working together to make it what it is. Yes, it does not depend on one person. It does not depend on two persons. It does not depend on policies, etc., etc. It is the work of thousands and thousands of people for the last 500, 600, 700, till whatever. I mean, I don't know. I should have looked it up because. And it transformed this desert into what we see now. What has transformed it? Human ingenuity, human intelligence, machines, all these things are just coming in.
Hoover Dam.
Sorry?
The Hoover Dam.
Yeah. Yeah, that's an achievement, yeah. If there was no
No Hoover Dam, no Las Vegas.
So, like I said, how many people went in to build that, they died there, etc. And see how things have changed. Everything in this world is being transformed by human intelligence. When I came and I see all the automatic systems here, there, and when I first came to the US, I was delighted. Well, it's wonderful, to have all these systems in place and make life easier. And all nice intelligent systems. All human intelligence. This human, we are intelligent, okay, fine, and everything else is intelligent also. We have a nice brain. Yes, a brain is the number of neurons in the brain. Oh my God! It is more than all the stars in the skies and the grains of sand on all the beaches and all that stuff. Wow! See the connections. Don't get fooled when people say we know the brain and this and that. No, nobody. They can see the physical brain, but the workings, it's not possible to know. Impossible. So, like the brain, it's all the neurons are connected, and the connections are constantly growing. It's either use it or lose it. You lose it, another connection. So there's a whole network. Like Las Vegas, there's a network of intelligence. Yes, everybody is networked to bring out of this. Nature also all over is networked. I have nothing to do with that lizard or nothing to do with that ant. You're wrong. You are networked somewhere with that. Otherwise, there would be no life. You say, oh, this is me and this is the outer world. The outer world acts on the mind and the mind reacts. Mainly it is the mind acting on the world and the external world reacting to it. Both ways. Both have been interacting for years and years since the beginning. This is what drives evolution. So our life is intelligent. There is no doubt that our life is intelligent. Compared to intelligent life, we are very dumb, I'll tell you. Oh yeah, we are very dumb. Do you know how things are happening inside? It's impossible. Like Las Vegas has got hundreds and thousands of systems working together to bring out this. So there are thousands and thousands of systems within our body, whether you call it biological, physiological, chemical, physical, whatever. They are working together to bring out this, our present state of mind. So here we are all networked. And if we are networked here, we are networked outside with all life. Not only that, the pattern extends. Like you all have heard about fractals, the kind of self-repeating, you can say, design, the system. You go into the smallest with a fractal. And that fractal, you can see coastlines, you can see forests, and trees, mountains, rivers, everything are fractals. That's a wonderful, this came from the Mandelbrot set. Mandelbrot was a very famous mathematician, physicist. He found nature has a pattern. And this has what has made it very interesting. There's a pattern. There's a network. And these patterns keep on repeating over and over and over. So when we talk about the nervous systems and the circulatory systems and respiratory system, the lungs, they are like branches out. They also form fractals. There are these huge galaxies out there. You know what they resemble like? There are tendrils connecting galaxies and they resemble fractals. Yes, there are these great super clusters of galaxies. So this network which is found here is found there. It is found all over nature. It's repeated all over nature. This is an amazing, because you know why? The mind can understand patterns. It's a pattern recognition system. It makes things easy. It doesn't need to think. It's a pattern, I know it. Instead of knowing things individually, you can know it through a pattern. Then you say, oh, I know that person. How? I know that person will do this. Because it's a pattern. A person will keep on doing that. Tell him not to drink or not to smoke and keeps on doing that. It's a pattern. We know it. You understand a person through a pattern. And this pattern is all, it's a network. We cannot consider ourselves alive if we think we have nothing to do with this external world, nothing at all. I am alone. That can do it. So, that's the greatest torture. The biggest torture is not to beat you and all, but to keep you isolated. Solitary confinement. You go mad. Because you cannot forge new connections with people. And the old connections have been broken up. So this is intelligence working. And intelligence works in a pattern. And the pattern is a network. It is networked from here, there, everywhere. From the smallest to the highest, there is a network. So I began with, wherever there's life, there is awareness. Awareness is an aspect of intelligence. Yes. So there. Now we can appreciate. Okay. I hope I'm not going too fast. I'll leave some time towards the end if you have any questions. I'll come back to this self-aware universe. Does the universe have meaning? People say, what meaning does those distant stars and supernova and galaxies have to me? I'm not bothered. When you look at these pictures, then you see what is the advertisement in the nearby, you can say, shopping mall. That is more interesting, more meaning than this thing. No. Everything has meaning. So what meaning does it have? So this author has waded through whole, you can say, physics and mathematics. And anything, now it is known that the materials here in our bodies have been forged in the supernovae. The star has to die, it has to explode. Iron, gold, and all the heavy elements are not made just that combination here. they have to be combined under immense pressure. And that is found only in supernova. And things are going blasting. And we may not be aware of it, but there is constantly supernova. There are so many stars and so many galaxies in the sky, mind-boggling. Yes. Does it have meaning to me? Oh, yeah, the very material that you have has come from there. It has taken billions of years. Does it have meaning? Now you tell me. To you, how it has meaning? Okay, that thing which was there is now here. At one point of time, this material evolves into something called consciousness, awareness. It's like the whole universe is struggling to know itself. Yeah, we all struggle to know ourselves. You think all the fancy mirrors that are being sold, and you know, what do? First thing we go and see ourselves. We want to know ourselves. Oh, today is a bad headache. Today is the worst day. Today is not my day. We always want to know ourselves. We always want to see a reflection of ourselves. And then, nowadays, you see, everybody is doing selfies. And people are saying, these are narcissistic people. Maybe these guys have to say something. But you want to just see how to. How do I look like? How do I look? And if I don't look, if somebody says, oh, you're looking terrible, then your whole day is gone. And you've got yourself an enemy. Somebody says, oh, you look so beautiful. There. You're just trying to know yourself. It's not only the mirror. Wherever you go in nature, let's extend it. The whole of nature is your mirror. You are seeing yourself reflected in trees, in plants, in birds, in animals, in everything. How do you see yourself? You see them? Do you feel good? And then you see yourself there. That's the reason why, we have the Native Americans here for thousands and thousands of years. Before we could convert all these things, they were there. For them, those waters were sacred, those mountains were sacred, the trees were sacred, these groves were sacred. They had something which we don't have. The idea of a sacred. And if we want to save the environment, we have to learn from them. We have to bring in the idea of the sacred. That you call it insentient. It's not an insentient anymore. That which was insentient goes into your system and becomes alive. So, where's the line of demarcation? It seems to be constantly shifting. That which is just kind of soil or clay or whatever, earth, is absorbed by a tree, and then you eat that fruit, and then it becomes you. And then when you go, you get back to that earth again. Where is the line of demarcation? So we want to see ourselves in through people's eyes, through people's lives. Why do you think we love? I love that person. Why? Because that person, my life clicks with that. Now extend it to all life, and you will see, oh my God, the birds and the beasts and trees and everything are intelligent, and it is intelligence that draws us together. Life itself is a manifestation of this intelligence. That's very profound. As I said, no life can live in a bubble, in a vacuum. No. That life will die. It has to live together. And this is what. So materially, you are connected with the whole universe. And the universe, as it wants to know itself, like we want to see ourselves. And how does it know itself? By creating bodies like this that can contemplate those stars and those galaxies, superclusters, huge. We don't know how huge this whole thing is. It wants to know itself, and it has built the bodies like this, the systems like this. It has gone through numerous errors. And sometimes it cleaned up the house, started anew, over and over, tweaked its system, fine-tuned its system, over and over and over, till you have come to this stage, where you say, the universe is knowing itself. That is what is a self-aware universe. You are the universe. No, I'm not the universe. Yeah, now you know. All you are the universe. In a microcosmic form. Because if you were not the universe in a microcosmic form, you would not know the universe in a macrocosmic form. Impossible. Intelligence. So, in yesterday's talk, I kind of just touched on one particular topic. Vedanta wants to reduce things to the simplest. And they start with, they study all the materials of the universe. Every material. And they keep on trying to find the unity. And they find, molecules and atoms, and goes down and down. And they find the unity. So all the various materials, on the surface they look different. They have different characteristics. But fundamentally, they are the same. The same atom, the same molecules, same everything. Same quarks. The same standard model of physics holds good for everything. So gravitation, which is a little troublesome, but the strong and weak nuclear forces, and then you get electromagnetism, and all the forces, and all the hurricanes, and Helen is going to on a rampage there. It's terrible. And all the forces can be boiled down to these fundamental forces. And now that's a great dream of unifying all these forces. All unified except one, gravity. They're trying to unify. They're trying to unify forces. This is from here, all these forces come. Whether it's an earthquake, whether it's a tsunami, whether it's a hurricane, whether it's hot, whether it's cold. There is a fundamental laws that govern all matter, which is a good thing. So in the ancient Indian philosophers called this Akash, space. So what is the space? Yeah, from space everything has come up. No. It's not. Yeah, actually it has come from. And during this worship, I had taken the cloth, You know what it means?
It's a space.
Space, yes.
What is that space?
Space, Akash, space. Because it's a fabric, it is a cloth type. Those guys knew it. Now we're talking about like there is a kind of a space. It's like a kind of a long cloth and all the earth, etc. are kind of there, and space curls around them, curves, and there are ripples, etc. in space-time. Now, it's fundamentally all material has come from space. Tasmad va etasmad atmana akasha sambhu. Akashat vayu rakani agni rapo prithvi oshad. Oshadibhya nam annat purusha. These guys, 5,000 years ago, they had spoken about the entire evolution of life as coming from there. Amazing. Oh, but then we had Charles Darwin and we had Wallace who spoke about evolution. If you look at it from this angle, you'll come with that only. If you look at a wide angle, you'll see it was there. And then if you look down deeper and deeper into this, what is material? What is matter? It's nothing, it's just energy. That's what Einstein did. There is no such thing as matter. There is only E is equal to mc square. So what do we see here? You are seeing nothing but a display of energy. They call this prana. Prana is a universal energy. It's everywhere. All the forces, all the materials are now balanced here. And this is what they get. Material, one long ocean of material. And go down deeper, it has the same material appears as different. More like kind of living energy. Everything is churning and churning and churning. They had come down, they had boiled down the entire universe to these two fundamental things. And then from two, one. Okay. But they had one problem. They would have said, we've got, this is the universe. Let's congratulate ourselves. But they weren't like that. They said, what is the meaning of this energy? Where does it go in? And what they find, if there's systems out here show intelligence, if you see intelligence here, that means this systems, like from the cell to a microbe, even to a virus, it's very intelligent. It doesn't want to kill you. It makes a kind of sometimes it makes mistakes and then corrects itself. No. If the organism dies, we also die. So it's time for me to.
Yeah.
Is that what that is?
Somebody's phone.
Oh no. Okay. That's okay. So everywhere it now is intelligently surviving. If there is intelligence here from that smallest cell, I was talking about we are dumb compared to the workings of intelligence here. Very, very dumb. You don't know what is happening in each cell right now. Amazing systems are being worked today. How the genetic code replicates itself and how the RNA takes in that message and makes proteins, folds, unfolds them, how it removes all the debris, bring in the nutrients. It is just impossible. You can spend your lifetime studying that one cell, and you will not come to the end of it. You cannot say, I know everything about the cell. Impossible. So if you see this intelligence here, and like I said, you go back and then you find, hey, you go down to the very, where did it start? Oh, the mother and the father, they decide to get married and then have children. You started there. Huh? Oh, all right. You started with that guy. That guy couldn't even stand. And now that guy is looking at the stars and all these things, become an astrobiologist and astrophysicist. What happened? That thing in the cell has evolved into this. And if it is here, then the whole of nature also has evolved. From the earliest, how did this all evolve? Oh, from the very rudiments. The material was there, but there was something else that was evolving along with that. If there's intelligence here, then there was intelligence in the beginning. You cannot say, oh, intelligence is an emergent quality. No. Then it's like something coming out of nothing, which it goes beyond any known logic. Maybe you can bring out some other logic. God created this universe out of nothing. Oh, sorry. God has to do something about it. So it has evolved slowly over millions and millions and millions, billions of years. Like the individual grows, evolves, and displays more and more of intelligence, which is nothing but, as I said, the workings of many intelligent systems in the body. Similarly, the entire world also has evolved. But as I said, the microcosm and the macrocosm has to be in a similar pattern. You cannot have separate pattern here, separate pattern there. If you study nature, and you see, we are learning from nature, this is something called biomimicry. We mimic nature systems. And they're finding it much more easier than trying to build new systems. It's already there. We are studying ants and grasshoppers, everything, to build systems for us. Everywhere you'll find. From the seed, all this life. If you see the display of all varieties of life on the species, they are perfectly suited for the environment. The external and the internal. Both have kind of blended. So the external world has acted on this, like on the mind, and the mind has acted on the world, like I said. So the whole thing has evolved again from where? If it is here in the end, at least now we can say that it must have been in the beginning. And the Vedantins say, you dig deeper into material, you'll come down to energy. You dig deeper into energy, you'll come down to intelligence. And they call that intelligence as reality. Some like to call it God. That is God. As it were, God has gone into an atom and is uncoiling itself. Or if you like, God in the sense of the impersonal God. It's not a. This is the intelligent universe because of the reality. Whether you call it Sat, or Chit, or Ananda, or whether you call it Brahman, you call it Neti, this is the cause, and that cause is evolving itself. So that's why in the Bible it says, St. Paul says, not Bible, St. Paul, I think, but in Him we live and move and have our being. What a tremendous insight he had. In Him we live and move and have our being. This is reality. This is the world. So you cannot say, this is separate, this is profane, this is sacred. Nothing. The whole thing has emerged from one source. So a young student goes to his father and asks, what is that knowing which you know everything? Yato va imani bhutani jayante yena jata. From where all these beings emerge, like St. Paul said, he said, 3,000 years before St. Paul, we had these mantras which are in the Taittiriya Upanishad. Yato va imani bhuta. From where all these beings are born. Yena jatani. And being born, they live. Yam prayatya visam visanti. And which they merge. That is Brahman. So this is a known universe. God is unknown. Here it is, the most known. Don't go with this idea that we don't know God, God is alien to us, this, that. All conceptions of God have been idiotic. Yes. And we have stupidly imbibed those things without even questioning. God is the most known. This, He has hidden itself in this intelligence, in these systems, in this life, in this awareness. Here it is. Where are you going? That's why finally the father teaching his son, the father in the sense, the teacher teaching his son. Thou art that, O Svetaketu. You are that, O Svetaketu. Tattvamasi. Where are you going to search? Now go within yourself through meaning, through speech, through mind, through memories, through recognition, through understanding, to make it profound, and then to intelligence. Om, peace, peace, peace. Om, shanti, shanti, shanti. Hari Om Tatsat. Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. I have left no time for.
Well, we can always make a little time for his questions. Right? Time is our slave.
You can expand it. Contract it.
This come.
We have the power. But if you guys took all the time to come. Of course, any questions for Maharaj on any topics or?
So many questions.
No, but then you've got to, now it's like, this is the first, I've told you something which is not new. I brought in a few lines of inquiry and I've just made a pattern and given it to you. Now you think about it.
Can I ask?
Yeah, sure.
So one of the things when you're talking about the seed, it almost sounds like peeling an onion, going to the center of it, or you can look at it when Swamiji's chapter on evolution and involution, right? So that's one concept I'm following. So now the other thing I was
Wait.
okay.
Let me answer you because
Right.
these people will have five questions in one answer. Question.
Okay.
Like Swamiji, even Sri Ramakrishna, when you peel an onion and layers and layers, you find nothing. So the same thing has been in the Upanishad. You see, all these problems have been solved for us. Right. So the teacher asks, go bring that Nyagroda fruit. There was a type of fruit. He brings it. Break it open. We broke it open. What do you find? Small seeds, sir. Break open those seeds. What do you find? Nothing. Nothing? What do you mean nothing? It is from this nothing that the seeds and the fruit and the tree has come. What do you mean nothing? So when you peel all the layers, nothing. Sorry. As I said, something cannot come out of nothing. You cannot see it, but that's the very essence. So that is what the subtle essence is made of. You cannot see the reality, but you can trace yourself slowly, make yourself fit in the process to see those subtle things. Then you won't say, so that is what Swamiji says, that evolution, the microcosm and the macro, that's what he says. It starts from one single point. Now, it goes. Now you see what happens is, the beginning and the end has to be there at the same point. And not only that, in Vedanta, just for understanding, we say to the beginning and end. They say there is no such thing as a beginning and end.
Continue.
It's a continuum. So it just goes sometimes manifest and unmanifest. Like, this Om. So when you say Om, where does the sound merge in? It is here in this point. It's called a point, Bindu. And then from there again it the whole universe comes out like this. Goes back, comes out. Goes back. This sound is called Anahata Dhvani. That is unstruck sound. This is a sound that the yogis can hear when Sri Ramakrishna is, when the mind comes to this level. This is called the Anahata Chakra. When the mind comes here, you will hear the spontaneous sound. One monk had gone to another monk, a very senior. So he's saying, Swami, we heard that you hear the Anahata Dhvani, the unstruck sound. So he's saying, yeah. Are you hearing it now? Yeah. And the old Swami was surprised. You don't hear it? It is so palpable to him. But to this, he's saying, drink a little milk. Make your brain a little strong. Go and meditate. this sound, and whether you call it a cosmic background radiation, there's a radiation which is a remnant of that Big Bang. I think 5% or something like that. That sound can be still heard. When you used to, in the old days, the radios, between stations that static, yes, the static. You can still hear it. All the static that you hear is the remnant of the Big Bang. So there's a sound in the universe. Not only that, you see, in the Upanishads and even the Bhagavad Gita, the quality of space is what, sound. Shabda K. Shabda is sound in space. How do these guys know? Sometimes I'm amazed. It's a quality of space, sound. So this sound, what is sound? It's a vibration. And this vibration creates, what is this? It's a vibration. It's a bottle of water. It's vibration. At a certain frequency, the whole universe is nothing but vibrations. That's a sound in space. The whole universe. Yeah, this is where, there's such a synchronicity between the old and the new. And this is one of the great times in our civilization and our level of civilization, where there is so much knowledge being discovered, rediscovered, and spread. We talk about all these kind of things like politics and all. What are you talking about? There's such grand things that are happening out there in the universe, and you're stuck up with these small things. One of the, I feel that this is the best time in our civilization that we are here, we are born and we are living. Never has been such a great advance been done in the last 150 years, especially last 50 years. Oh my God. So, put on your seat belts and enjoy the ride.
Swamiji, very beautiful talk. I had one question about if the intelligence is coming from Brahman, we just said that the source is Brahman, to know itself. Why does it need to know itself? It already knows, it already is full. Why is it creating all these complex systems?
It's bored.
It's bored? Or is it just a game, a Leela?
Yes, it's getting bored.
It's a nice way of saying.
Yeah.
Like, why do you have to go look into yourself in the mirror? You have no reason to look at yourself. Don't you know yourself? Yeah, I know myself. So why do you look in the mirror? The quality of intelligence or consciousness is what, it is self-aware. It is aware of itself. Awareness of awareness. It's kind of a meta-awareness. Your awareness, you are aware of yourself. So there's a meta-awareness. It is reflected in us. You see, human beings are there. In the sense of, by the time the baby is 2.5 years, it can recognize itself. Oh yeah, chimpanzees, dolphins, they recognize. There are certain crows can recognize themselves. Certain animals can recognize themselves. Hey, oh, that's me. That's the quality of awareness. It knows itself. Now remove the mirror. You know yourself. That is intelligence. That is Brahman. It knows itself. Okay. So, if you want to see the evolution of, there's one flip side to that. We know ourselves, so we can study the whole sequence, the pattern. You see, one day I'm going to die. I know that. I'm sure of it. 100%. I'm trying to delay it as much as possible. Try it, but I know I'm going to die. So that self-awareness also is sometimes a curse. It's a blessing, of course. Yeah, it's a mixed bag. So don't worry. In the Vedanta in Hinduism, they solved that problem.
One other more that's interesting, because one of the things you were talking about was the fractal patterns, that you have the repetitive patterns. So I'm wondering, modern day, so you got AI and you have machine learning, right? Machine learning depends on the patterns, right? So
algorithms are patterns.
Right. So you think that's where machine learning is going to, in the future, recognize this pattern?
It will create its own patterns.
Yeah.
It's creating its own patterns. It is learning from the inputs, and then we don't say, hey, we don't want any inputs. We are inputting ourselves.
We're intelligent enough.
Google uses that for all the advertisement.
Yeah.
You search, some. They know this guy or this girl what they want.
Yeah.
They put up their
Same thing.
Yeah.
They'll put it up.
That's a stupid thing. I searched for Las Vegas, and then it's showing me all the crazy things about Las Vegas. I just wanted some information about.
It's not intelligent enough to really know what you are wanting.
There will come a time.
Yeah.
So these are just in the nascent state. And AI is bad. It's already there. Your smartphones, your watches, your cars, everything, it has come in already. For the last 15, 20 years, it's already here. Now, if you say you want to push it out, it's not going to happen. This is what is going to go.
Swamiji, I went to an AI conference. They were talking about, what's going to happen in the state. So one of the thought was that, is AI going to completely remove the need of human functionality? Well, but the gentleman said, yes, a lot of it can be done, but the decision making or the judgment is never going to be something that can be done.
They can decide much better than us. Without the human error, without the biases. They can do that, don't worry. They want.
You don't think we'll be gone?
They'll go to 40 decimal point and they'll compare.
We have a question in the back.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Is intelligence evolving now to higher or greater intelligence for the purpose of knowing itself better?
Yes. It is. There is no kind of, we have come here. No, it is evolving into more and more superfine kind of systems and kind of more clarity. So yes, it is evolving. To say, we are here and nature has designed the bodies perfectly. No. It is evolving. Yes. And it will go for another few million years. At least, that's what we kind of. We are already here for the last 4.5 billion years. Yes, slowly it is going. Sometimes it builds these dinosaurs and say, it built such a huge system, but it's not working. It's eating too much and kind of crazy. It's still stupid enough. Let's build something more better. So it is evolving. Yes.
Is too much knowledge sometimes to the detriment of human being?
I don't know about too much knowledge. There will come a time when you can handle that knowledge through meditation. That is why you see, consciously or subconsciously, the word meditation and the practice of meditation, yoga meditation, is spreading. There are some people advertising, there are some people promoting. Apart from that, there's somehow the need for these things. These needs are there. So it is intelligent enough to seek what it needs to deepen itself. Meditation. Okay.
Shall we?
Yeah.
You want to do a chant, Maharaj? Or?
And something fell off here.
Oh, sorry, I'll fix it. The intelligent lectern.
Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tatsat Sri Ram Krishna Arpanamastu Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
We want to thank Maharaj so much for coming for these 2 days. It was really special. I hope we can invite you again sometime in the future. That's some pattern going on.
Yeah, I thought, pattern. This is my second time, of course.
Yeah, it's kind of like this, though. It's Maharaj, as Swamiji said, it's an upward spiral, isn't it? So a couple of things we wanted to mention. There's food, so stay. At least take some with you, but stay, please. We have lots of great food from our wonderful people who've cooked and so on. The second thing, I want to introduce you to Vicky here. She stand up. Vicky, she's our, you're the only Vicky we got. She is our treasurer, by the way, just so you guys know. She handles all of our funds. That's so wonderful. Thank you for doing that, because that allows us to be simple and not dealing with that. So if any donations you want to give it to her, or you can put it in the box. And we're very excited. We have also, we're really on a roll. We have Swami Satyamayananda, and coming attractions is Swami Satyamayananda, the 18th, 19th, and 20th of this month of October. Coming up October, right? So he's really coming. So we're going to have a Friday satsanga and a Saturday class, Sunday class. So we'll get that out to you. We're also going to be doing hiking with Swamiji, because he loves to hike.
Oh, yeah. I only hope it's not as hot as it
No,
is.
it won't be. I shouldn't say that with confidence. I didn't think this would be this hot in October or end of September.
Yeah, he's a great hiker.
So don't worry. Even if you're not a great hiker, he comes and goes. When I hike with him, he goes up about a mile, then comes a mile and comes back in. So he finds his way to challenge himself. So we encourage you guys to enjoy it and join us with Swami Satyamayananda. And then on Saturdays we do, or Sundays now actually, Saturdays or Sundays, sometimes we have to switch them. We do a class and we do a puja, a full puja. Not as wonderfully as Swamiji, sadly, we do our best. But this Saturday, we're going to do Saturday, is it, Debbie? Since I'm out of town on a trip, Debbie's going to do the RT here live only. We're not going to have it on Zoom. And that's going to be at 3 p.m., is it? Okay, so 3 p.m. Saturday here, we're going to have RT. You're all welcome to come. And then the following, I think it's going to be the following Saturday or Sunday. I'll have to look at the schedule. We'll continue our classes and full puja as well, and online as well as. And Atmavidyanandaji is coming. Thank you so much for reminding me. I think he's coming not this next week, but the following. Yeah, because of my traveling schedule again. He's coming on the 9th, which is, and I'll get his talk. I think it's going to be the Divine Mother. Yeah, the 9th. So
This is during the Navaratri.
Yeah, Wednesday. So he's coming as usual Wednesdays, though. So he's going to have the Divine Mother here. Let me.
Yeah,
give
yeah.
this to you.
It will have to be on a divine.
Yeah, in various aspects. So this is what he's going to do. We also have Navaratri chanting. So I'm going to send out an email if you. We have a number of chants. Jai Shri Durga. So when we do chanting here, we're going to do Jai Shri Durga. As you guys know, we have a chant for that. So we can get our numbers of Jai Shri Durgas up. If you want to pledge to do certain numbers of chants of Jai Shri Durga, let me know. I'll send out the email. You can send back to me what you wish to do, and then I'll forward that on to Swami Satyamayanandaji because we always give him our updates and our reports. And again, thank you guys so much for coming. Without you, we're just sitting here by ourselves, Swami. So
You can invite the people
Yes.
to offer.
we're gonna put these flowers back in the basket here, and then you guys can offer the flowers to the altar, okay? And just give us a couple seconds.
When is chanting start? It's going to start chanting?
Navaratri, I think it's October 3rd or 4th here.
Yeah, third. And Ashtami is the same.
Yeah.
So Swami is coming on Saptami.
I'll come, I'll just give me a few minutes. Can I just take my notes?
Alrighty.
Okay, yeah.
Thank you all and enjoy. And then we're gonna get set up for food. So give us a couple minutes. Just enjoy spending time.
Swamiji, you don't